Hello everyone, Tina here. I hope your day's going just wonderful. Thanks so much for joining me. Today I have a chili card to share with you. We're going to beat the summer heat, and we're using some items from Spellbinders that were designed by Simon Hurley. We have the Layering Snowflakes die set. It's a 6-piece die set. It has the background snowflake, and then it has the layerable one that you can put on top. They're really pretty. And then I'm also going to be using the Frozen Flurries cover plate die. Creates a background filled with snowflakes. Nice thing about this is the snowflakes are all different styles, so you could actually use the snowflakes. I'll show you what they look like when we die cut it out. My card today, we are going with a non-sentiment, although there is a sentiment die set that would coordinate really nicely with these. This is the Handwritten holiday sentiments. I think there's Let It Snow. You could have Warm Wishes. They would go good, but today's card I'm just going to keep without a sentiment, because sometimes you could turn those into thank you cards, birthday cards. Just makes it easier. So let's jump in and get started. Okay, for my background we're going to use the Frozen Flurries. There is a A2 die that I'm not going to use because my panels are A2. And we're going to bring in some cardstock here. And I'm just going to create a background with this. This is what the background looks like. It's really pretty. And then these are all the snowflakes that came from the inside. This is our background. And we have all these extra snowflakes that you can use for another card project if you wanted to. What I'm going to do is take this panel, we're going to add some glue behind it, and we're going to tack it down to just directly to the front of my card base. I'm going for a white on white background today. We'll tack this down right on the front. I'm going for a tone on tone. Nice thing is if you don't, if you have a, you could do two things to create the same look. You could use an embossing folder. I think that would look just as pretty since we're going tone on tone. Or you could actually take a snowflake die set that you have and just glue them directly on the background. I think it would create the same look. Okay? After we have this adhered, the cover plates are just easier because it's just one shot through the die machine and then you're good to go. That's my background. Now we're going to work on our focal point, which will be our layering snowflakes. I have some blue cardstock. Originally I was going to go, I think this, oops. This is one of those cards that you could switch out any color for also. I'm using blues today, but I think gold would be very elegant and beautiful. Silver would be just stunning. So we're going to take the background die of the largest, I cut it out with white cardstock, and then I'll take my largest snowflake. This layers beautifully in here. I'm going to die cut this out with my blue cardstock. And then I'm going to use the middle snowflake. We'll this color always, this is from Spellbinders. This is Spellbinders Partly Cloudy. It always reminds me of denim. But I just love this blue. So we'll cut this out. And then the smallest one, I'm just going to go white here. I'm going to run these through my die cut machine. And then I'm also going to create a frame. You know, I love my frames. To create my frame, I'm going to be using the Spellbinders Essential Rectangles. I haven't used this die set in a long while. I just love it. I love the dotted detail in here. I'm going to take the middle pieces. There's this dotted detail I'm going to add. So when I have my rectangle frame, I'm going to have some dotted detail around it. And then I'll take the inside piece and I'll create a frame this way. Okay, and then I'm going to take the outline piece. I'm going to take an extra piece of cardstock and I will die cut out another background panel with this. I'm going to get to my die cutting and I will be right back. Now here's my layered snowflakes. What I'm going to do is add a little bit of glue to the largest. I'm just going to add it in the center. And then we will tack this down. It layers in the center beautifully. Look how pretty that is. And then I'm going to take my second layer and I'm going to add a small foam square to the center of, we will tack this down. And I'm going to add a little dot of glue, and we'll take our third layer and just layer this. I think they layer beautifully together. I'm going to put this to the side, and then we're going to work on our background. This is what I love about the essential rectangles and circles. Just love that dotted detail. I also trimmed down a piece of acetate to put behind this frame. So let's go ahead and do that. But and rather than using glue, I'm going to use my tape runner. Less messy, and it adheres quickly. Now I'm not going to put any foam tape behind here, but I am going to add some adhesive once more behind here. And I do suggest a tape runner. The Spellbinders tape runner would work great for this too. Okay, and then I'm bringing in some shaved ice. For some reason I always think shaved ice and snowflakes go beautifully together. This makes really nice shaker cards. It's light and fluffy. Let me grab my spoon. We're going to scoop some of this out on this background panel, and I'm not going to go towards the edge. The nice thing about the shaved ice is that you can flatten it. I think that's the right amount. And then all I'm going to do is take the top part of my frame and layer them together. This really does look stunning on a card, but it has no bulk. Just looks beautiful, like ice. Look how thin it is. You could do this with any background. I'm going to go ahead and flip this over. I did cut out a piece of pop-up foam. I'm going to add some glue, and we're going to add this to the back of our panel. I'm going to add some more glue, and then I'm going to place this right in the middle of our background. Look how gorgeous. I just love this look alone. Really, this is one of those looks that would look beautiful with anything on it, whether it be a snowflake, a flower, because it just, since it's the white background, it looks like the depth is really pretty in this. Now I'm going to go ahead and add my snowflake. And for this, we'll use the tape runner. If you wanted to scoot this up and put a snowflake or a greeting down here on the bottom, you very well could. After we have this done, I'm going to bring in, I think we're going to add a button today. I have some buttons from Brutus, Monroe. Came in this little container. And there's different sizes. I think this is the neutral one. Let me see. But there's different sizes of buttons, and I think this is a good button for my card today. I'm going to bring in some twine. Okay, so there is my button. I'm going to go ahead and use a glue dot, and we're going to secure this to the center of our snowflake. Now, if you don't like the bulk of a button, what you could do is use a gem. We're going to actually add some gems to this too, but now for finishing touches, I'm going to bring in some gems. I'm using my Spellbinders Crystal Mix. I think there's Crystal Mix has some like cloudy, icy looking ones on top, and then the bottom have more of an iridescent tint to them. I think I'm going to use the iridescent gems and just add a few little sparkles, maybe to this back snowflake, just with the tiny ones. I decided to add the tiny gems to the background blue snowflake. I just love the elegance of that. You can kind of see it sparkle there. But I do again like to have some playing cards for the holidays, because this is a great thank you card. It's a great birthday card. It's a great any occasion card, really, when there's no greeting on it. But I just love the elegance of the white with that stunning snowflake showstopper. That's my card for today. Thanks so much for joining me. Have a fabulous day. We'll see you again real soon. Bye-bye.